Hello Gemini, welcome to your weekly tarot reading. I hope all is well with you this week. Okay, to begin with, we have got these lovely herbiary cards. I'm going to find you two and then we'll have a little bit of a look at what's going on with you this week. So Gemini, what does Gemini need to hear this week? Integration and the ways of water. Okay, so integration, it's all about connectedness, being connected. Let's have a Woodlands Warden card as well. The Bear and Cedar, leadership. Oh, actually we've got two here. You were meant to have two. The Duck and Chrysanthemum, luck. So leadership and luck. But first, connection. I've just actually pulled you a couple of cards and had a bit of a technical issue, so I had to stop. And they were about being connected, and they were about connecting to your energetic body. They were about being holistic at the way that you are looking at yourself. Realising that when maybe we have physical ill health, or if we're not feeling great physically, there's generally a connection to our mental body. And by realizing that we have that connection, that by looking at ourselves holistically as a whole, then it can be quite enlightening, and we can help ourselves to move through certain issues, certain problems, physical and mental, by just shifting the way that we look at ourselves, by looking at us as a whole. And I feel like that's what this integration is. And also the ways of water. The ways of water is about our emotions. It's about the way that our feelings and our emotions trickle through us. And they can often trickle through us as an emotion and end up in being expressed in a physical illness, a physical pain, a muscle pain, a headache, a stomach pain, dietary digestion issue. So for you this week, I think looking at yourself holistically and making that connection, joining the dots, realising that both of our physical and our mental health are very much connected. I think that is something that is going to be a big part of your week this week, or certainly something that you need to draw your attention to this week. We've got luck and leadership. So I think whatever's going on with you this week, I think you're in a favourable position. I think you're going to have a little bit of luck on your side, and I think you're going to be the one pushing things forward. Let's have a little look at the tarot cards and see what they are telling us. What's going on with Gemini this week? What does Gemini need to know? Oops, I've got one on the floor already. Let's find that. Refusing to come to me. Right, I'm going to put those back in because there's more than one. I don't actually feel like they were for us right now. Okay. Knight of Swords. The World. Nine of Cups. Six of Wands. And the Five of Swords. Okay. Knight of Swords, it's all about finding out information. It's about actively searching for something. And I actually think this is about health for you, about mental health, physical health, about how you are feeling in your body this week. And I think you are searching for a solution, searching for a way to feel better. Let's have a little bit of a look. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles speaks of clearing the way, of clearing things and getting rid of things that aren't bringing you any rewards. So if we connect that to our well-being, to our health, what are the things in your life that aren't aren't serving you? What are the situations that are maybe causing you ill health? What are the things that you are eating that are causing you ill health? Who are the people in your life that are causing you mental stress and maybe ill health as well? So I think to help you feel better this week, Gemini, I think you need to identify the things that could potentially be an issue for you, and looking at yourself in a completely holistic way. Looking, maybe this particular person stresses you right out and you've got a constant niggling headache. Tension, muscular tension created by the stress of this person, and it's always worse when they're around you. It could well be that you are your stomach feels really off and your digestion's just really out of kilter. Again, is there a situation that's causing you stress, that's making you feel nervous, that's making you feel anxious and tense? It's all about looking at life as a whole, rather than looking at each individual problem as an individual thing on its own. So I think this week you're going to really be actively looking for a solution to help you to feel better in some way, and it's all about figuring out what or who could potentially be the problem. We've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very sweet, very kind, very open-hearted. And I think that maybe this is you, but maybe you are needing to toughen up a little bit, or maybe you are being too open-hearted and you're opening your energy up to be abused in some way. And, allowing other people's energy to connect with yours, to maybe drain it, or maybe just not, there's just that equal exchange of energy. It's not there. And so I think maybe looking at how your behaviour, how you are in situations, once you've figured out maybe the things that are triggering you or could potentially be making you feel out of sorts, how do you show up in this relationship? How do you show up in this situation? How do you show up when you're making choices? So I think this is all about identifying things and learning things and finding out information about things, and looking at yourself as well, looking at the situations and trying to figure out ways that you can resolve things, make things better. I've just had that leadership card pop into my head again. This is you taking charge. This is you taking charge of your wellness, of your well-being, and leading the way and figuring it out. Maybe you've been to the doctors, and they're sort of maybe going down a certain route, and you're thinking maybe this doesn't quite feel right. I think you know you more than anybody else, and I think you are taking the lead here. You're trying to get to the bottom of it. I think you're being a little bit Poirot about it, and being a little bit detective this week, trying to get to the bottom of why you're feeling out of sorts. And like I say, it doesn't have to be physically, it could be mentally, but don't forget the two are very much intertwined. So we've got the World card, new cycle beginning, the ending of something and the beginning of something new. So I'm hoping that you're starting to have a little bit of a revelation relating to your wellness and the way that you're feeling this week. And I think you're starting a brand new cycle. I think things are shifting, and you maybe are deciding that enough is enough of that, and you're moving on, and you're starting afresh in some way. We've got the King of Cups here. The King of Cups is very peaceful. He's very serene. Maybe this week you are going to meditate. Maybe you are thinking about ways that you can help yourself feel better, and that involves meditation. Maybe that involves yoga. Maybe that involves, you know, some sort of spiritual practice where you can find that connection with yourself and you can deepen that connection with yourself, and you can start to learn about your physical and mental wellness from a more holistic way, with a maybe a holistic practice. We've got the Emperor, another card of taking the lead, another card of taking control. I feel like you're feeling quite empowered this week, Gemini. I feel like you're taking back control. You're leading the way. You're forging forwards and actively doing things to help yourself. That's literally what I think you're doing this week. I think you're helping yourself. You're maybe a little bit fed up with feeling out of sorts, a little bit fed up of maybe being a little bit overweight, maybe being a little bit unfit, you know, all of those things. Maybe, you know, maybe you're underweight and you're wanting to build yourself up a little bit. There's something that's not quite sitting right with you. Maybe you're aching too much. You know, you get to that certain age and everything starts stiffening up. And I feel like you've had enough of it, whatever it is for you, because we're all different, aren't we? I feel like you're trying to get to the bottom of it. You're being detective. You're trying to figure things out. And I think you're going to start coming at it from a different perspective. And I think that it's going to be a transition for you, a transformation for you, and a transition, because, you know, it doesn't happen overnight, does it? It's a slow thing to sort of change our daily life and to change our patterns. But I very much think that's what's happening with you this week. It's part of your week, and maybe a big part of your week for some of you. We've got the Nine of Cups here. Nine of Cups is about, you know, moving towards your happiness and nearly being there. It's the 9, it's nearly the 10. She's radiating happiness from her heart chakra. And so, you know, I think with whatever it is that you've been working on, whatever area of life you've been putting your focus on, I feel like you're nearly there this week. I feel like you're sort of getting in, all the ducks are lining up, all your ducks are nearly in a row. And I think you're feeling quite good about things. I think you're feeling more positive about things. Let's have a look at a few more cards. Got the Queen of Swords. You're starting to see things clearly. Maybe having a bit of a breakthrough. We've got a bit of a breakthrough happening because, you know, you're really becoming aware of self, and your connection, how all of your body and your soul and your mind and your physicality, how everything is connected, and how when one thing is out of balance, something else will either take over, and you know, things just aren't right. Everything just needs to be in balance, and I think you're actually realizing that this week, and the knowledge that you are gaining about yourself this week is going to help you to move forwards through life, through the next few months, certainly the next 6 months, in a more informed, in a more targeted way. We've got the Four of Cups as another clarifier here. I think you're a little bit fed up of how things have been. I think, you know, you maybe, like I say, maybe you're fed up with the way you're feeling, the way you look, the way that just generally you're just not feeling like you're firing on all cylinders. And I think you're a little bit fed up of that. And I think these are the changes that you are making for yourself. And like I say, I feel like it's going to be a transition, a transformation over a transitional period of time. It's not going to happen like that. It's going to happen over time. But I think, you know, just by finding that connection with yourself, within yourself, it's going to be a catalyst for change within you. Six of Wands. Six of Wands is about victory. It's about winning. It's about being seen. And it's also about people noticing how well you're doing. So I think, you know, you are, maybe the people around you are seeing what you're doing, or noticing how your energy's changing. And, you know, giving you a little bit of a pat on the back for it. Let's see what cards we've got to clarify that. Three of Pentacles, Hierophant. Okay, I think that you are going to be collaborating with others, connecting with others to help you get this job done. So we've got the Hierophant there. That's all about spiritual connection, your spiritual connection. And I think that you are going to find people, create a little circle, a little collection of people, a little team around you that are going to maybe be on the same page, maybe wanting to achieve the same things, wanting to help and support each other. I think there's going to be very much a collaboration with other people around you that are going to help you, and you're going to help them. And you're going to be connecting for the same reasons. And I think it's all about connecting to your spiritual self. So whether it is a yoga class, whether it is a meditation class, whether it is a circle of some description, a place where you are going to be able to achieve what you need to achieve. Maybe it could be, a slimming club. Maybe you're going to be joining with other ladies or other gents and helping each other get fit and eat healthier. Whatever it is for you, but there's other people involved, other people with the same goal. Maybe you've got different skills to bring to the party. So one might be a great cook, another one might, be a trained instructor in some way, and someone else might be really good at organising. So you're all coming together to help yourself feel better. Again, I'm generalising. It's general reading, whatever fits with you. But there's definitely working with other people and other people seeing what you're doing, or maybe you're talking to other people and think, other people are like, yeah, I'm totally up for that. I'd love to learn how to meditate. I'd love to improve my yoga skills. There's other people involved this week. You are connecting with others, Gemini. Right, we've got the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is about having something on your mind. Having something on your mind that you need to release, basically, because it's not serving you any purpose. It's maybe something somebody said. Maybe somebody's upset you in some way because they've said something about you in some way in the past, and it's on your mind. Now's the time to let it go. This week, I think this week is all about you and your wellness, and your wellness does not involve holding on to potential negative things that are going to drag you down and make you feel crap about yourself, and then radiating into your body and then making you feel not great as well. So it's all about release. We've got the Chariot there as a clarifier, and the Page of Wands. So both of those cards have got some movement in them. The lovely swirl of energy, the swirls of energy. The Chariot card is about momentum, forward momentum. So I think you are going to learn to release this thing, and I think you're just going to be moving ahead, powering ahead towards whatever it is that you are, what it is that you would like for yourself, and just trying to make yourself feel better, feel lighter, feel brighter, feel sparklier. And I think you're going to be on a mission. I think you're going to stay in focus on that path, and I think it's going to give you a new lease of life. I think you're going to do it. I think you're going to really enjoy it, actually. I think this is really going to give you the much needed spark, and I think it's going to really give you your mojo back. This mission that you're on for better wellness, I think it's a really good thing, and I think it's just going to give you a new lease of life, actually, I think, and you're going to come at things from a different, fresh perspective. We've got that luck card there. So I think there's going to be some luck involved, according to the Duck and Chrysanthemum. Keep your eyes peeled. There's an opportunity coming your way this week related to whatever it is that you're doing for yourself to help your wellness, your connection with yourself. There's an opportunity. Keep your eyes peeled and take it if it comes up. So I'm going to leave it at that. Gemini. I hope that's been helpful. That's been quite interesting, quite specific, but quite interesting. Wellness, it's always a biggie, isn't it? And it's always an important thing, because if you've not got your health and well-being, you ain't got nothing. So let me know in the comments below if this resonates with you on any level. I would love to know. In the meantime, look after yourself, stay rooted, stay open, stay magical, and I will catch up again with you very, very soon.